morning, everyone. My name is Benoit Lescot. I'm audit manager at Carrefour. In Carrefour, I'm an audit manager specialized in IT audits. So that's why I work in this area, and that's why I have already worked on digital twins. So I'm not with you today. So sadly, I did not manage also to be represented by my digital twin. I had a traffic accident on my bike on Wednesday evening, and so on. I was not able to do to travel yesterday, but I'm feeling much better. I have my face covering. It's also to hide my scar. So I will present you how in Carrefour we move ahead in the implementation of digital twins. So what is key is to have the buy-in from management on users from across the value chain. So it's critical that people on management individually appreciate the value of the digital twin within their organization. So as an individual and as organization. And so what we have to do is to manage to get the buy-in from top management on users. So we have to overcome skepticism, lack of confidence, resistance in order to achieve the implementation of digital twins. So the aim of this presentation, is to show you how we help in Carrefour, how our internal audit department help our management on the company implement step-by-step digital twins. So, sorry. So I will make a first presentation in a couple of figures of Carrefour. As was said, so Carrefour is one of the biggest retailers in the world. So every day we have 11 million of daily checkout transactions. Our turnover last year was 70 billion euros. We are present in 30 countries directly or through franchises. So we are present in 10 countries, mainly in Europe. So Brazil, Argentina, and Taiwan. Also in Carrefour, so we are a player in the data. So we have banking services. So that's why we have, so I specify that we have Carrefour Servicios Financieros. And we have also an insurance branch. So we can play with all this data. Carrefour is also a player in the e-commerce. So we have a new management since 2017 and a new roadmap since 2018. And the aim is to multiply the e-commerce sales. So it's we want to reach 4.2 billion in 2022, and we're on a good way to achieve this. And also we want to increase significantly our sales of organic products, so to reach us also nearly $5 billion euros. Sorry. To do so. So we use AI. We started to use AI, and we combine AI with sensor more and more. And so the first step was to use AI to improve our e-commerce ordering systems, our forecast in e-commerce. But now we have extended to all the business. So as you know, so retail, so it's subject to strong variation. So calendar data, or for instance, seasonality. Saturday is the biggest day in terms of sales. Weather forecast also can impact marketing operations. So within Carrefour or outside Carrefour can impact our sales. So in order to for instance, for us, what is very important, we have a thin margin, so it is to optimize human resource planning And to do so, what we are doing, we are using we are using AI to assess the right sizing of our teams in the e-commerce warehouses and also in the shops. Because if we have too many people on the shop, so it means that we have unnecessary personal cost, so it impacts our margin. If we are understaffed, so it has a direct impact also on the customer experience. So having implemented forecast predictive tool with AI, and also help us at the beginning to obtain a better margin thanks to a good staffing of people, and also good staffing of people, it allows us to improve the service level and the customer satisfaction. We also use AI at the beginning to improve the assortment in the shops. So what we were doing, so we were comparing shops with, let's say, the high runner products. So the product that allowed us to have the highest sale per square meter. And we managed to propose, thanks to AI, some high runner product to some stores who were replenished with low runner products. So instead of dedicating a shelf to a low runner product, so we managed to increase the sales of many shops thanks to the implementation of product substitutes, so substituting high runner products to these low runner products. So we started this way, and now we are moving to another step. So now what we are doing is to manage the shopping experience. So for this, what have we done? So we have some CCTV camera that we can blur for GDPR purposes. We have also sensors to count the number of people within our shop. To know with the CCTV camera, we know where people are going. We know also where people are going thanks to point of sales, let's say cashier machine. So this allows us to know what are the products that are selling well. Based on all this. Based on this analysis, so of sensors, of CCTV cameras, pictures, on data from our invoicing system, our point of sales cashier system, but we managed to have a better picture of the traffic inside Carrefour, to know what are the products that sells very good. We are able to introduce strategic consumer pricing, meaning that when we see that an area or some products are not well sold, we can change the pricing during the day in order to get to attract a customer in this area. So indeed, with AI, with sensors, and using digital twin, we are able to improve the category management and increase our sales, and to make sure that also that we don't have a product at the end of the day that are unsold and that are unsold behind their sell-by date. So also with digital twins, so what we are doing is we are making sure that all the day around. We are able to we have the staff. As I said, staff is key, and that when a product is nearly out of stock, so there are some people that are available to replenish the shop. Also, so thanks to digital twins, we can have a visibility over our supply chain. So as many companies across the world, so we have some sourcing centers, for instance, in Asia. We face the Suez Channel crisis in Q1 this year, and thanks to digital twins in supply chain, we are able to optimize some routes and to also envisage some routes through Cape Town in South Africa instead of going through the Suez Channel. Also, for us, digital twins is a real progress because we are able to better estimate the arrival of goods from, for instance, from Asia, but as well we are able to estimate better the time of arrival when we deliver customer. So at the end, we improve what is key to our business. It's the Net Promoter Score, so the NPS. So the NPS, it's so how many people buying in Carrefour will promote sales to friends or other people. And so right now, so Carrefour, thanks to digital twins and the use of AI, so we are improving strongly our NPS, our Net Promoter Score. So also, so we are starting to use digital twins to conceive warehouses. So Carrefour recently sold a lot of warehouses to a supply chain company called Argan. However, in order to build new warehouses, so we are using AI and digital twins to optimize location, to also optimize the location of the warehouses, given the different returns trucks we will do. We are also optimizing the routes in real time because we are using the interoperability of different applications to move to distribute our routes, for instance, taking into account the traffic parameters, for instance. So also Carrefour is betting on digital twins. So as we saw, so it's a way to improve, optimize the efficiency of the business, operational efficiency, improve customer experience. So to drive new revenue growth, but also it's very important for us to use digital twins to be a corporate social responsibility company and to get a better financing in the financial markets. Recently, Carrefour has managed to place some green bonds thanks to a policy that all in all is reducing the carbon footprint of the company. So now I will talk more specifically about my role within the company. So our role is to make things change. So there are a lot of roadblocks to implement digital twins. So we have to help the business to adopt, to embrace the digital twins. First, what are we doing? So just for instance, to get the buying of the business. So we are assessing the digital mindset of the company. So quite often, in order to ensure that digital twins are not just an idea on paper, but are ideas that are implemented on the ground. So in a previous experience, I saw that we were using algorithm to replenish shelves. So we were forecasting when a shelf will go out of stock. But I remember that so in the shop there were no people, no replenisher to do the job when the good needed to be replenished. So it means that so we had the right data, the right algorithm, but on the ground, so people were not using it. We were losing sales because there was no people on the floor to replenish goods. So it's when we perform digital audits, it was also to see if we were making everything possible to be a customer-centric company, that we were using all the resources of the cloud, and we were using the resources of the cloud in a scalable and secure way. Also the adopting of agile, but like DevSecOps, to make sure that yes, we were able to develop things, but we were also able to develop right and to not to be vulnerable to cyber attacks, and also to make sure that the pivotal topic about our companies to be, we want to be a data-driven organization, and to be so what we need is to have clean data, clean master data, clean transactional data, so that we can use this data to model the supply chains of the company and also all the processes of the company. So when we talk about digital twins, so we are talking about new technologies, so machine learning, big data. We are talking about edge computing. So we are talking about Internet of Things, about 5G. So what we need to do is to make sure that all the components are talking to each other. So that means that we have to ensure that all the sensors are using the same communication protocol. It means that the data that are collected right. For instance, there are no human mistakes, duplicate entries. It also means that we have to standardize data to make sure that the data are usable by all the system. And to do this, so in Carrefour, we are using a reference model. So that has been proposed by our partner. So we have a partner, Google is our partner. So what we do when we put in place digital twin, so it's a risk assessment to observe the supply chain processes, to identify events, cause of events, risk factors, external, internal, people, dynamics, social, economic context in which we operate. And based on this risk assessment, we build on top of functional specification the digital twin. So it's an input. Then, so based on, we will on all the material we have, all the communication protocol, we build a plan taking into account existing connected sensors. We also plan to insert new sensors. We are adding also new technologies with edge devices. Based on this, so we design and develop digital twins. Then, so this is this first layer of network infrastructure. Based on this, we will develop machine learning algorithm. So we will analyze the context of the application, the aim of the application, and we will train a model with all the data. Then we will connect the tools on in a digital twin perspective. So data acquisition, data manipulation, detection states, health assessment, prognosis assessment, and advice generation. So we will specify how everything will work together. And then we arrive to a modeling stage where we'll test the platform functionality and its activities. Also, so when we are talking about digital twins, so we are using a lot of consulting companies, and we are using also software provided by software makers. So what we have to do there is to be conscious that our supplier, they want to minimize their exposure on their liabilities with us. So they provide limited warranties. And so on our side, we want as much warranty as possible, as many warranties as possible. So that's why we are. It's a team project, and we are asking legal and particularly IP lawyers to take part in the digital twin project to mitigate risk. So as I said, IP rights also. So there, what we want is to with digital twins. Let's say our data is the asset of Carrefour. So we don't want to lose this precious asset, and so we are using EU trade secret legislation to protect our data and the data sets used with digital. It includes also assembly secrets like the IoT sensor we are using and the combination of information. Then also we have a double approach with cybersecurity. So on what we would like to do is to avoid digital twins to be hacked. So for this, we do as much as possible to avoid digital twin to be used as a blueprint for a hacker. So we are making sure that the information exchange between hardware and software, between the digital twin and the physical assets are encrypted. We have also due to the fact we are using customer data, we are also ensuring data privacy from the outset of the project. So also we are using digital twin for performing risk assessments. So when we have a digital twin, a replica of a physical assets, we can make test software upgrades. We can also scan in real time some threat vulnerabilities, and we can adapt the digital twin on the physical assets. So as I said, we are data-centric and customer data-centric company. So for this, what we want to do is to avoid the cyber criminal to take over our assets, so the digital twin, and we want to avoid leakage of data because it could expose us to reputation damages, and to do so. So we apply systematically privacy by design principle. We make sure that unauthorized personal data processing are not triggered by mistake or unwanted use of AI or of people. So we, as an audit department, so we are performing GDPR data assessment to ensure that all the solutions that we are implemented are safe. Above all, also because we are an insurer, and so there also we are intervening to make sure that we get consent of drivers, because one day or the other, with digital twins, we will be able to connect a smartphone, so the feature of a person, and also the characteristic of the same person, so on the road. So it means that we will be able to associate so features like people wanting to drive fast can be dangerous, and people that we can have this information, so we have to take care of this.
Benoit, you have 5 minutes left.
Okay. So also what we are using, we are using AI for the digital twins, and to be successful in the use of AI. So we are using a methodology that is proposed by Google. It's called the ACTR. So the methodology, first we scope the digital twin. So the aim is the AI is behind the digital twin. The aim is to examine the motivation and intended impact of the system, confirming the principle meant to guide the development of this system. For this, we are intervening to perform an ethical review, to include a variety of viewpoints to maximize the limitation of coding bias in the software. So we are making sure that yes, we are not replicating social, economic, or cultural prejudice. We are intervening also in the third stage of an AI project. So to make sure that let's say the dataset user make informed solution. So we are making sure that so during the collection stage that to make decisions. So there are models, there are data sheets, and at the end of the output of the algorithm are working in compliance with the functional specification. So we are participating in testing, notably to check if the AI is working in line with the organization ethical values. And at the end, so we are taking part in the fifth stage of the process, where we are confronting the results obtained with a predefined ethical expectation. And we are also, based on this, making a risk analysis to describe what could be threatened during the deployment of the system. Based on this risk analysis, so there will be guidelines, there will be a recommendation in order to implement, to roll out the AI in a let's say, convenient manner. So that's it for my presentation. So for us, so in Carrefour, we believe in digital twins. So it's a world full of opportunities. As we've seen, so we can increase our top line. We can increase so the customer satisfaction, and also we can improve cybersecurity by modeling, by simulating how digital twins are working. But also it's a world full of risk. On what we are doing in the audit department is not only to overcome the risk, but is to convince that every risk can be manageable within the company, and that we can go ahead in the implementation of the projects.